Around Your Table is presented by the Alzheimer's Association Western New York Chapter, with generous support from these sponsors: Niagara Frontier Orthopedic Supplies, Hospice and Palliative Care Buffalo, Karen Frederick, Juniper Glen, Dana D. Long-Term Care Solutions, with special support from Congressman Brian Higgins, Councilman Chris Scanlon, Flying Bison Brewing Company, Tommy Rotter Distillery, Ficta Endel and Elmer Eye Care, FIFCO, Tall Girls Design, and videographer Jeremy Hurlbert.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dave Graber, and welcome to Around Your Table. I'm excited to lead you through this delicious new fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association of Western New York. Of course, it has been a challenging year, to say the least, and as you can expect, the Alzheimer's Association has been hit hard by the pandemic, just like many of you. Loss of revenue certainly hurts, but for the work of the chapter, the loss of face-to-face contact has been the most difficult hurdle of all. The chapter was able to pivot and continue to provide care consultations, education programs, and support groups thanks to technology. But we're also here tonight to usher in a renewed sense of hope that we're returning to a state of normalcy, and that we can continue to provide that vital care and support for all who are dealing with the impact of dementia across our region in a more personal and impactful way. Well, tonight you will have several opportunities to learn more about that, how you can continue to support the mission, and the reason the chefs who are cooking for you tonight agreed to join us and share their time and talents. Now, we know you are going to love these special plates, and we also hope that you'll be sharing all the feelings that you're having on social media. So to encourage you, check this out. We have got a little bit of an incentive. Now, we will randomly choose two of you to win this special purple cutting board from our friends at Cutco, who designed it just for us. So be sure to tag us on all your Facebook and your Instagram posts, as well as your photos. As you know, this fundraiser will continue the important work of the chapter, and we've made it easy for you to show your support. You can make a financial contribution at any time throughout our program on your computer, or you could use your phone. So on the side of your screen, you can scroll through the Donate Now button and just click the link to make a donation. There is more incentive as well. Get this, the first 5 people who donate $250 or more before 7 o'clock tonight will receive a special thank you. In addition to this guy, you'll receive a bottle of locally produced Tommy Rotter spirits donated by the distillery. You can also scroll through to check out all of our online auction items and see some of the special items that you can bid on during tonight's program. Plus, you'll have 30 minutes after our event ends to finalize your bids. Now, all of the winners will be notified by email shortly after tonight's event. Logistics aside, here's how tonight will work. Around Your Table is a unique event that was created to recognize and honor the special memories that we all have around food. Whether it's the best meal you've ever had, or the aroma of cinnamon buns or chocolate chip cookies that reminds you of your grandmother, or the special bond that you created with your dad as he was teaching you how to use the grill. All of these precious memories are built around food, and our chefs all have stories to tell about the dishes they've created for you. But first, please enjoy this short video of acclaimed chef Hugh Acheson, courtesy of Tasty, which is serving up as a bit of an appetizer, if you will, for tonight's event.
It should be full of love and heart and applying those skills to food and gathering around the table. My name's Hugh Acheson, and I'm a chef in Athens, Georgia. I have restaurants in Atlanta and Athens, and I'm gonna make some braised chicken thighs with red rice. I firmly believe in just getting people to cook no matter what. And my father, who has Alzheimer's, was born in Cuba and born in Havana. So this is kind of the dish that he and I would make. And a recipe like this tells a story. And it tells the story of where my father's from and the story of how we cook together and just the story of getting around a table and nourishing through some thread of family history. We're just gonna cook it on the other side for 1 minute. So then the chicken comes out after it's got that glistening, beautiful golden skin, and using all that glorious flavor that's gathered in the slow cooking of the chicken thighs, which will get scooped up and scraped up as we add all the rest of our ingredients. Making sure to scrape a little bit aggressively to the bottom of the pan, getting any pan residue from the chicken, because that adds a lot of flavor to enter into the dish. The Alzheimer's Association and the new campaign of Around the Table is really just to get people talking about what dementia and Alzheimer's and how it affects people. I mean, 5 million people are affected or afflicted with Alzheimer's in the country, and there are also just an inordinate amount of people who care for these folks and love them inordinately and want to feed them and sustain them and have them be in a place of comfort and possibility. It's called Around the Table, and it's a really good endeavor to get people doing what we should do, whether we're afflicted with Alzheimer's or not, which is gathering around with loved ones and paying respect for the food that we have and the company of each other. And a recipe like this is really taking the economic thriftiness of chicken thighs and simple vegetables and good rice and making them with technique into something that's really, really palatable and good and sustaining. You know, nourishment is such a beautiful word. Really good food is really good for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's about how you're feeling at that moment in a day and what you want to achieve with the meal that you're trying to put together. You know, memories in conversations over food and over dinner, they tend not to happen over pizza pockets. I think the most important part about dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia and caring for people in this way is to make sure that we are caring for them and giving them an environment in which they can still achieve happiness and find some thread of memory and commonality and sort of the idea of pleasure through food. But I hope by sharing my story, we all begin to gather around the table and talk about these things and help find an end to Alzheimer's and dementia, which is something I think we're making progress towards. A dish like this just invites us to gather around the table. And it's just so easy and so pertinent to how we should be living in this world. And it's really tasty.
I think you'll all agree that Hugh did an excellent job of explaining the concept of Around Your Table. And that chicken, it looks amazing. But back to the reason we're here. Anytime during this program, perhaps between bites of these amazing dishes, if you make a donation to the chapter in any amount, we'll thank you on our social media pages. Now on to the main course, our local chefs. We couldn't be more grateful they joined us tonight, so please be sure to let them know that you appreciate all of their participation and their talents by paying them a visit or maybe even ordering takeout. To start us off this evening, here are Chef Ross Warhol from Oliver's, who made his Aunt Lori's layered taco dip, and Chef Dan Buckley of The Other Woman Catering, who prepared this sweet potato and leek soup. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Ross Warhol. I'm chef partner at Oliver's Restaurant and chef partner at Brightsmith Brewing in Williamsville. Today, I chose to offer you my Aunt Lori's taco dip. Growing up, each and every single holiday, family gathering, birthday party, we were all awaiting for this dish to show up. It would always come in the same iconic round Tupperware container. She'd crack it open, and before you know it, the bag of chips would be gone, and the taco dip just obliterated. Most fondly is in the summer with the cool cream cheese base, standing over the dish, dripping wet from swimming in the swimming pool moments earlier. And yeah, it strikes home very much so for myself. I still make it on a whim from time to time to enjoy on a weekend or a football game. I hope you can do the same.
Hi, I'm Dan Buckley, chef owner of The Other Woman Catering in Buffalo, New York. The dish that we are preparing today is in honor of my grandfather, who suffered from Alzheimer's. As he got late into the stages of the disease, he had a hard time eating. He had an insatiable sweet tooth. He always had hard candies in his pocket, and as he got to the point where we had to begin to spoon feed him, the only thing he would eat was mashed sweet potatoes. So in honor of him, I kind of combined my own likes and his, and we are doing a sweet potato leek soup, which is a little bit spicy on the end. It's a little sweet. So I hope you enjoy our dish, and I hope this finds you in good health.
Now let's meet some of the people behind the scenes who keep our chapter humming. It is my pleasure to introduce our executive director, Jill Horner.
Thank you, Dave, for being our host this evening, and a big thank you to the committee that organized this fabulous Around Your Table event, and the generous sponsors who supported it, and the amazing chefs who created some truly wonderful dishes. I love to cook, but I'm happy I can take the night off and enjoy this right along with you. As Dave mentioned, it's been a very tough year, But like all the caregivers and persons living with dementia that we've met and helped on their journey, we're resilient and we're determined. We're also incredibly grateful to you for recognizing the importance in supporting our work. In addition to some great food, your ticket this evening covers the cost of our 24/7 helpline, local care consults, education programs, and of course, vital research. All the people that we help are among the almost 6 million people in this country who are living with Alzheimer's disease, and there's 16 million caregivers. Every single one of them and every single one of you can call our helpline anytime, day or night, to find a comforting voice and a helping hand on the other end. One of the most critical services we offer are support groups, and perhaps the best way to understand how vital they are is to hear from some of the people who participate.
It's losing someone inch by inch by inch. You want so much to fix it, and it can't be fixed.
You need support to know what's coming. You need support with other people who know what's there and can understand it.
You don't realize what's happening to you as a caregiver when you're caring for someone.
I met a social worker that was recommended to me, and she said to me, "Have you called the Alzheimer's Association?" And I said, "No." She said, "Why don't you do that?"
And it's not easy to go in and say to somebody that you've never met, "I have a problem and I don't know what to do about it."
To think that somebody else knew what I was feeling was huge to me.
Everybody was always so receptive. And if you wanted to be alone, you could be alone. But if you wanted to talk, there was somebody to listen.
The classes on early stage Alzheimer's helped tremendously.
It's amazing how I learned so much. I mean, even about the legal parts of dealing with Alzheimer's disease, about communication. I mean, how to communicate so that you could disarm a situation that could have had you both frustrated.
To give you at least the basis of information on how to cope with the disease and how to maybe make a plan.
You always worry about wandering.
I didn't realize my husband would wander.
I found it very hard to think clearly because you were always worried.
Oh, my heart is pounding and I'm perspiring.
I think I lost 5 years of my life. I mean, I really was so frightened.
And he says, "Well, where were you? Did you get lost?" And I just cracked up because I thought, he's the one with Alzheimer's.
Being a part of this group lets you know that you're doing the best you can, no matter what you're doing.
This journey, it's tough, but if you've got companions to walk with you, who can help you, who've been there, who are going through the same thing, it's very helpful.
The Alzheimer's Association gave me hope that I could get through this disease and still be intact as a human being.
There were two things that I heard over and over. You need to take care of yourself, and you can't do it alone.
I'm going to get through it, and I will survive, and I will more than survive, I will thrive.
This disease is relentless, but so are we. Not only will we continue to provide free programs and services, but we will continue to fund research. Our determination to end this disease means a portion of every dollar we raise, and every dollar you donate goes directly to research. And one day, perhaps very soon, I will be able to tell you that we figured it out. Your support is critical to our work and our mission, and I can't wait for that day when I can shout, "We've done it." But right now, I can't wait to dig in and share dinner with my family. So please continue to enjoy the special plates our chefs have created for you.
My name is Michael Barca. I'm the executive chef of Osteria 166 in downtown Buffalo. Today, we made for you Nani's meatballs. Being that it's a family restaurant and these have been passed down for a couple of generations now, they're probably the best meatball I've ever eaten. Before I arrived in this restaurant, I thought I knew everything I did or could know about meatballs, and it turns out that I knew absolutely nothing. So hopefully you and your family enjoyed the meatballs, as most people do when they come into the restaurant, and hopefully we'll see you soon at our restaurant.
Hi, I'm Anthony from West Rose Restaurant in Ellicottville, New York. Today we prepared house-made hummus with roasted local vegetables, chermoula, crispy chickpeas, and focaccia crisps. We really wanted to be a part of the Around Your Table so that we can kind of help bring awareness to Alzheimer's and the way this impactful disease affects our loved ones and our families. I remember growing up with family members that had Alzheimer's and seeing the impact that it had, seeing adults in my life upset that even like their parents or their loved ones were forgetting about them or that the way they felt about that, and not just the person who is suffering from the disease, but also the impact it has on our families. Thank you very much. I really hope that you enjoyed the food that we prepared and all the dishes that were prepared today. Hopefully soon, with enough awareness and fundraising, we can find a cure for this impactful disease.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your meals and, of course, all the stories and the memories behind them. Planning an event like this takes some pretty special people to put it all together. And Maureen Griffin Tomczak is just that. Not only is she a member of the Around Your Table Planning Committee, but she serves as the president of the chapter's board of directors.
Thank you, Dave. I have a very strong connection to the Western New York chapter because of my personal history with this devastating disease. Many of you remember my dad, Buffalo Mayor Jim Griffin, who lost his own battle with dementia in May of 2008. He was Buffalo's first and most persistent Buffalo booster, talking proud about Buffalo every chance he got. In his memory, I organized family and friends, and together we've established the Run Jimmy Run, a family-friendly 5K fundraiser for this chapter. This is our 9th year now, and I really hope you'll join us. My dad would have loved that we are supporting small local businesses that are so vital to our community. I hope you will continue to support all of them after this event. I also hope you'll support the auction that's still going on tonight. Just click the items button on the website, which you'll find at the side of your screen. There are some great items that you can bid on during this event, including cooking classes, Tommy Rotter spirits, wine and beer packages, an in-home catered meal for 8, items for sports fans, gift cards, and much more. The bidding will stay open for just a short time after dinner, so please be sure to stay right here. And now I'm very pleased to introduce our next 2 chefs, Dennis DiPaolo from Elio DiPaolo's, who's offering rigatoni bolognese, and cheesecake petitfours from Jim Fingerlow at Just Say Cheesecake.
Hello, I'm Dennis DiPaolo from Elio DiPaolo's restaurant and proud to be a part of this Around Your Table. I hope you enjoy the rigatoni bolognese. Now, the story behind that is that Bologna is close to the Abruzzo region where my father's from. So the recipe is very similar to what we've done in Interacqua, Italy, what we have right here at Elio's, to the city of Bologna, which the bolognese, and we were there 2 years ago actually and made this recipe, and everybody in the whole tour group went, "Oh my gosh, this tastes like yours, Dennis," and you know, very similar, and a couple hours away, and it was a great recipe, and I thought you would enjoy that beautiful dinner tonight. And also, I hope that everybody enjoyed the beautiful dinners that you had, and look forward to seeing everyone here at Elio DiPaolo's enjoying and breaking bread together and saying hello. And the Alzheimer's Association has been a very special part of our family and our community, and we're just proud to be partners and being able to help you out in any way we can. And needless to say, through food is the best way. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jim from Just Say Cheesecake in North Tonawanda. Today I prepared for you little bite-sized cheesecakes from my grandmother's recipes. I'm participating in Around Your Table for memories, and my business is all based around my grandmother's recipes. When we were kids, she would make cheesecake, and it would be our dessert on a special Sunday occasion, and that's why I wanted to do this for Alzheimer's Association. I do want to say that another reason why I'm doing it is because my brother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at the age of 58 5 years ago. And to see the progress of the disease, let's hope there's a cure soon.
Well, you'll notice that I'm wearing my personalized chef's coat. I am an absolute foodie. I love to eat. I love to cook. I do so for fun and in competitions and food demos for events all across Western New York. But even more than the competition, there is just something about plating a perfect, balanced dish and watching judges or maybe even friends and family be wowed by something I've created. Like in the studio where I'm at now, my kitchen is really my sanctuary. It's one of my favorite places. So when ALZ asked me to host a chef-oriented event, I immediately said yes. Now, you have heard from some of the people in our support groups about how our services are so important to them. Now I'd like you to meet Ken and Mary Margaret and watch their very personal and very moving story.
I've been doing this for so long. I thought I had most of the answers, but everything's changed with this virus. It's been such a hard part of our journey. When my love and I were first dating, he would send me sweet poems, little love notes, which I still have in a special box. It's gold and pink and sparkles in the sun. And they are so beautiful and so heartfelt. Ken was diagnosed with early stage Alzheimer's in 2009.
It upset my wife greatly because she didn't know what to do.
My mother read Winnie the Pooh books. She christened each family member as one of Pooh's friends. I was Piglet. I have grown to become very brave and useful. I am a caregiver. But I just didn't know how brave I'd have to be. We've learned how to change and adapt. Our connection to the Alzheimer's Association has been such a blessing, and my community on Twitter. And then, this unforeseen challenging layer for caregivers. The coronavirus was causing disruption in our daily lives. But at first we were managing. We went for a brisk half-hour walk. And then, almost overnight, we were isolated.
The ducks haven't come back yet.
No, they haven't. So grateful my love is home. I can care for him 24/7. He is still fragile and quiet. I can't imagine him isolated in a semi-lit hospital room. Still, caring for him at home has brought new challenges. Being a caregiver 24 hours per day is huge compared to 22 hours per day. Am I complaining? I am, and I so apologize. Isolation from human contact is unhealthy for body, mind, and spirit. Isolation for a person with a serious condition can be devastating. We are social beings. Yesterday was a very hard day for my love. He was sad, angry, not himself. I didn't sleep until 3 a.m. It occurred to me he is frightened, but could not express it any other way. Our Alzheimer's family is really hurting right now. My heart goes out to caregivers who are caring long distance. Living with COVID in our communities means more of us are long distance caregivers. It is heartbreaking. Most important, we must take care of ourselves as caregivers for our loved ones. I feel very strongly that it is important to be open and share this journey. By talking about Alzheimer's, by tweeting about it, by bringing it out from behind closed doors and windows, I hope to reduce the stigma of Alzheimer's. My love is still a viable, talented, and capable person in so many ways. We still celebrate what he can still do and be.
Well, that was great, wasn't it? I mean, fantastic. We are incredibly grateful to Mary Margaret for being so honest and generous with her story. It is a story that many of you also know. I hope you're still enjoying your dinner. And as a reminder, be sure to share what you're doing on social media and be sure to tag us. We'll be drawing 2 winners for those purple cutting boards by Cutco. That'll be happening very soon. You also have a chance to receive a bottle of Tommy Rotter Spirits with your $250 donation. So remember, just scroll through the side and then find that link to donate. We have 2 more chefs to thank. Mark Hutchinson, the chef and owner at the famed Hutch's Restaurant, who prepared crab cakes with a remoulade sauce, and pastry chef Megan Price from Whisk Me Away, joining us from my hometown of Cincinnati with her frosted sugar cookies. Take a look.
Hi, this is Mark Hutchinson from Hutch's Restaurant, and tonight you're having the crab cake that I prepared. It's a dish that we've served here on and off at the restaurant for 25 years, and the Alzheimer's Association means a lot to me. My dad died actually April 1st of 2008 of Alzheimer's, and today is his birthday, as a matter of fact. So my father's very passionate about food, and he relayed that to me, and over the years, we've had many great meals together in our home, and hopefully you enjoy this evening.
Hi, my name is Megan Price from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I am pleased to be a part of Around Your Table benefiting the Alzheimer's Association. Alzheimer's is near and dear to my heart as my grandfather, James Riggy, had the disease, so I know firsthand how it affects families. Tonight, I am providing for you 2 lemon-scented sugar cookies with the Alzheimer's Association logo and Around Your Table logo on it. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for letting me be a part of this benefit.
Well, thank you, Chef Mark and Chef Megan, for those incredible dishes. We also don't want to forget Watson's Chocolates. Of course, they generously donated their unbelievable sponge candy to satisfy your sweet tooth after your dinners. So here we are at the dessert course of our evening. It has truly been my pleasure to host this wonderful fundraiser. I hope you enjoyed it and also your dishes as much as I have. Now, we owe a huge thank you to all of the participating chefs, restaurants, and businesses who have provided that incredible meal that you enjoyed this evening and shared their personal stories.
Once again, here they are. Owner Dennis DiPaolo of Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant and Banquet Facility. Just Say Cheesecake Cafe and Bakery owner Jim Fingerlow. Owner Dave Schutte and chef owner Ross Warhol of Oliver's Restaurant. Chef Mike Obarka of Stock the Freezer by Osteria 166. West Rose chef Anthony Petrilli. Chef and owner Dan Buckley of The Other Woman Catering. Chef and owner Mark Hutchinson of Hutch's Restaurant. Pastry chef Megan Price from Whisk Me Away. And Watson's Chocolates. Be sure to let them know that you appreciate them and their involvement by paying them a visit.
Remember to stay engaged, informed, and inspired by giving us a follow and a couple of likes on our social media pages. We'll be on Facebook and Instagram thanking everyone who donated during tonight's event. Once again, I'm Dave Graber from Channel 4. Thank you so much for joining us. And now some final words from the amazing Lynn Westcott of the local Alzheimer's Association who organized tonight's event.
Thank you, Dave. Well, we did it. We introduced a new virtual fundraising event to overcome the revenue losses that resulted from the pandemic. And we weren't sure what would come of it, but you all made it happen and you made it a really wonderful success. I'm so pleased to share that so far we have raised over $51,000. If you haven't done so yet, please make a donation to help ensure that the Alzheimer's Association Western New York chapter remains strong in our community. Thank you to all of you for choosing to be a part of Around Your Table. Thank you to our sponsors, Niagara Frontier Orthopedic Supplies, Karen Frederick, Hospice and Palliative Care Buffalo, Dana D of Long-Term Care Solutions, and Juniper Glen. And a very, very special thank you to our chefs and business owners. You are kind and generous and gracious and such a pleasure to work with. And thank you for agreeing to support us during such a difficult time. Jeremy Hurlbert, our videographer and producer, and Tall Girls Design, they're incredibly talented and so good at what they do. Thank you for supporting us. And to the Around Your Table Planning Committee, I appreciate your positivity, your hard work, and your energy. You're all just wonderful. I hope everyone will join us next year for Around the Table 2022, when we can do this again, but together. And now we'll close out and leave you with a special musical tribute from country singer Jay Allen. Jay wrote this song to honor the people who cared for his mom, who passed from Alzheimer's disease. Here is Jay Allen with War for You.
After my mama passed away, I was in the deepest, darkest place of my life. Completely just devastated and wrecked. So lost. And I don't know when the moment was, but I decided to climb out of that hole and to get outside of myself and to start thinking about others, to start thinking about my mother's story and how I could further progress my contribution to help fight against Alzheimer's. And my first thought was, I need to say thank you to the caregivers. And I thought about them all the way back to, when my mother was still at home with my father. My father, he was so patient, surrounded her space with positivity. He had to do things that a husband should never have to do. My baby sister, Cassie, same thing. She had to do things a daughter should never have to do, but she has such a big, full, passionate heart and did it so willingly. The in-home nurses that we hired to come take care of her, to do crafts, to bathe her, just to keep her smiling and laughing and to keep her engaged. And then we finally came to the day where we had to make that tough decision to admit her into a care facility center. Something we thought we'd never do, but again, I saw the grace, the passion, the humility, and the sacrifice of the nurses in that place that went above and beyond to take care of her. And I've seen that and I've heard those stories time and time again. So I wanted to write a song to say thank you. We are in a battle, a constant battle, and we're actually in a war. So I wrote this song called War for You, for caregivers. If you're broken, feeling weary, so tired from the fight, if your world is slowly sinking, so hard to see the light, if you can't find the strength to go on another day, back's against the wall, I walk through every fire, stand tall right there beside you, be the one to get you through. Yeah, I'll face the lion, take on every giant. There's nothing I wouldn't do to go to war for you. Go to war for you. It's okay to reach for someone to hold you in the dark. It's okay to need somebody who's stronger than you are. You can't find the strength to go on for another day, I walk through every fire, stand tall right there beside you, be the one to get you through. Yeah, I'll face the lion, take on every giant. It's nothing I wouldn't do, I'd go to war for you. I'd walk through every fire, stand tall right there beside you, be the one to get you through. Yeah, I'll face the lion, take on every giant. There's nothing I wouldn't do, I'd go to war for you. I'd go to war for you. Yeah, I'd go to
world.